Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Masterclass with Tapo. This is the place for new age management skills and lifestyle tips for budding managers like you all. So we all make work plan, but how to make a successful work plan and stick to it, it is a challenge, and that we will discuss today. So watch the video till then and subscribe to my channel Masterclass with Tapas. So as we all know, after a lot of hard work, you ready to make your mark with your next project or work. You want to make a great first impression with your superiors and bosses. Whether you got a big ideas to pitch on or to big challenges being pitched at you, execution matters. So you know that you need to communicate your ideas clearly, but you also need to communicate to your ability to execute on them and rally the resource to help. That start with demonstrating that you have a solid grasp of nature, size, and the complexity of that particular project. So, how? By creating a work plan that shows your approach and lets others where they fit in. A work plan isn't always right, but it gets people to ask the right questions every time. So, before you change the world, think about your approach. Are you following a known methodology? You manager will need to specific everything from your project timelines to a high level action plan, and eventually a detailed action plans will matter. In short, you will need a work plan, a roadmap for accomplish your work goals, whether you want to streamline your team's workflow, build a new app, or put the event of the century or a strategic plan will take you there. So plan is very important. Let's talk about how you create a great work plan that meets your project management goals and others goals that you want to achieve in your office. You need to communicate your ideas clearly, but you also need to communicate your ability to execute it on them and rally the resources to help. That start with demonstrating that you have a solid grasp of that the complexity of that project. By creating a work plan that shows your approach and lets others see what they are thinking about it. A work plan isn't always be right or a foolproof. You need to amend the work plan as and when you are going through that project. So before you change or complicate your work plan, you should know how to approach that in a single or in a multiple ways. There should be a plan B also, right? A roadmap is something that will guide you to navigate through the various difficulties that you will face along with your project. So work plan can be as simple. You can jot down the few lines in your notebook or prepare a detailed Excel sheet to navigate through your project or maybe any work that you want to accomplish in your office. So what is a work plan? A work plan is a document that helps everyone communicate more clearly about their project, work, or things. A good work plan lays out the action steps needed to complete a project or a work. It makes clear what desired outcome is and the major streams of activities or deliverables that will accomplish that outcome. It also highlights the need for resources or participation and dependencies. Key stakeholders should review and provide input to a plan before the projects begin. This process is lengthy, but you will have to clear roadmap that everyone supports when it is ready, more than how you create an action plan, achieve your goals in that moment. A final work plan typically you can say includes the goals and the project objective, project tasks, task assignment. If you're working with a team, then the key milestone, key deliverables, required resources, timeline, including the due days, budget, great resource to use, make a plan. It is very updating to avoid creating such a rigorous document for all your workflow. After all, this is a process both complicated and sometimes consuming too, but an extra work now will pay off in the long run. Creating a plan forces you to really consider how you achieve the objective. The purpose forces you to ask hard questions like who will do the work and is there enough time available to complete that work. Here are the three reasons to pull work together as a plan. It will help you and your team to stay on the task. A great plan establishes deadlines and the tasks, listing out who is responsible for what, keeps everyone accountable. People can also see how their work fits into the bigger picture. That can make it more rewarding but also help them to take a better decisions. Manage expectation. By the time you start the work plan and the project, you plan would have to be the made rounds to the relevant stakeholder, including your manager. The process takes time and effort, but without it, people will throw some overballs at you throughout the project. This still may, but you are standing on more firm footing with a good work plan. Everyone should be clear on what the plan requires and what it can accomplish. It surface sometimes mismatched expectation and different interpretation at the offsets to reduce confusion, conflict down the road. Plus, it will highlight requirements and constraint that you might not have been aware of, like special permission that you can add to the plan. Then it will make easy to know when to celebrate. Tracking your goals and the milestones gives you a reason to celebrate with your team. Nothing feels better than crossing a significant milestone in that list. Plus, you can also share successes with the management, making you and your team look good. Then, understanding what the levels of detail is appropriate and how to present yourself to very different stakeholders. So, people are some of the skills that you should know while defining a work plan. Work plan templates and examples are available in the Google. You can pick out a template according to your needs and you can prepare in a Microsoft Word, Excel or dedicated project management software also there. You can also find work plan templates online. We have provided a step-by-step example below if you can go through it. No matter what you choose, there are some fundamental principles to follow. First, start simple. At every step, try to tell a clear, easy, understood story. Second, get the test on the high level before you get too detailed. Share with your manager, your peers, an experienced team member, or the trusted peers and listen to what they are telling you. Define why of your project. It work plan document you will need to explain the purpose of this endeavor and also to fit into the company's big picture, what will bring the organization. Provide a clear explanation, the background and the wider concept of this project. Demonstrate where the project fits into your company's business plan or key objective. It can also be helpful to show how the project fits into company's core value. Then you will get a lot of support from the senior management also. You can also show the company's commitment to the local community. This will help building trust with the customer and the employees who are the pillars of company's success. Work plan should be a detailed one with capturing the key milestone that you want to achieve. And because you will sell the outdoor equipment, the choice of the environment is upon you. This is perfectly aligned with the company's policy and the company's outlook. Set your project schedule. It's always good to have a clear deadline for a project. A time-bound project helps you to prioritize and get the things done. Plus, having a deadline keep you manage and keep you and your team on the toes. Let me give you an example. You have until the date of the event. Pick up a particular date to help you establish a schedule, keeping in mind that event date could be changed during the discussion with the different stakeholders, or maybe there is a requirement to change the date. So the work plan should be very flexible, so you can change in between them. We'll also need to start dates and end dates for each aspect of the project, such as creating a promo material, guest invitation, how to solve a particular problem if it crops up, determine which the days are fixed and which have some flexibility. Don't create a plan that relies on the best case scenarios every step in that way. Be sure to assign the team members to these tasks on time. Then obviously you should look into the clarity, the state of your goal. This is where your list is clear, achievable, objective. Consider using a smart goal technique. This will help to brainstorm specific, measurable, attainable, relevant and time bound objective. Be sure also to find the key performance indicators, the KPIs. These are also the tools you need to measure your success of your work plan. Then always keep your work plan handy. Always review your work plan, maybe in a day or twice a day, maybe if it is so urgent. Go over your constraint, and always look up to your constraint. Your goal should be consistent with the chosen timeline, budget and resources. You probably find the barriers in the planning process, so make sure the project scope is very realistic. Don't promise a moon landing if you don't have a monkey for the rocket. Answer this question honestly. Think imaginatively about the alternatives and adjust your goal accordingly. So friends, if you all like my thoughts, give my channel a huge thumbs up, share it, comment it, and subscribe to my channel Masterclass with Tapal. And also visit my website in the same name, Masterclass with Tapal. So till I met next, bye for now. Thank you.